Welcome back to the show, guys. And on today's episode, we shall be talking about the Champions League. Yeah, so many nice fixtures this week happened, and yeah, Duncan, your host as usual, Taka the boy, and Marvin. Yeah, so ready to jump into it. Let's start with that Liverpool loss, man.
Bro, I have cried rivers. I have screamed. I have lost my mind. I think I had a whole rant here on a Liverpool game. Bro, this is a dark time for us. I have lost so many games. I've actually lost count now. I'm losing my mind. These guys lost 4-1 at home to PSV. I don't even know where to start because everything was just wrong.
You were at home.
What home? At Anfield. 4 goals.
This
might
be the lowest.
4 goals without reply at home. Yeah. Oh my days! Van Dijk gave them a goal in the first 2 minutes. That handball was so...
He was blocking the ball, man.
Oh my days! This guy was playing basketball now. He should have just put in... Instead of Van Dijk, he should just call himself LeBron. My days! That guy was pulling off his hand from the... this is a very big
Your defending was
and you know,
shambolic.
The craziest thing, right? This guy had the audacity to go on the camera against Nottingham Forest, right? The post-match interview. And he said he didn't want to talk, that he wanted us to prove ourselves on the pitch. And then 1 minute later of open play, the guy is giving them a pen. But Van Dijk, our captain, our GOAT, our everything, man. This is it.
I didn't know Van Dijk is such a player.
Bro, this guy showed us parts of his game we didn't know what did.
Yeah, this is the worst we've seen him, to be honest.
This is the worst I've seen him indeed. Hey,
oh my God.
You a couple of weeks before you had the whole discussion of the Ligt versus Van Dijk. I almost be laughed right there. I was saying this guy might actually I was saying the Ligt might actually be better than Van Dijk.
One of my highlights of your game, right? There's a dribble one of the PSV guys did on Van Dijk, nutmeg deal. I don't know if you guys remember that moment.
I remember every moment of that game. Van Dijk, I was complaining about how he needs to make sliding tackles more, right? This guy, his first sliding tackle, he picked up a yellow card. I was like, man, remove this guy. At this rate, just put Gravenberch in defense. Cause man,
interesting you're saying that because the first goal they scored, right?
Yeah.
It was Van Dijk and Gravenberch now as the last guys. I was like, man.
Exactly, that was open play. Perisic would get a ball in his left wing, right? Supposedly is the right winger, but the man is not even there, bro. The guy is not even there. Kakes wants to run in front, but he's forgetting the only 2 people standing behind.
I think the third goal, the guy ran off Kakes.
Yeah, he ran off Kakes' back. This guy wanted to just run in front the whole time. He wanted to run in front the whole time. It was just a mess. The defenders didn't know what to do. They did the same thing that Nottingham Forest was doing, right? So we use like this pivot system where you have like obviously the 2 center backs and 2 men in front of them. Yeah. They were just standing right in between those two positions, between the center back and our pivot midfield, and they would steal the ball like almost every chance they got. It was a very dumb game, and my team is dead. I don't know what to do. Ancelotti, bro. Me after that game, I'm officially Ancelotti out. So you know.
That's a bit too early. So would you say if you don't qualify into the next round, Slot has to go?
I don't think we're not going to qualify for the next round.
You have to.
Yeah, we've already bagged 9 points. I think that can propel us. A few draws and we can still scam back our way to the knockout stages. Yeah. However,
after that,
I'm Slot out because I don't think we're going to even be top 4 in Premier League at this rate. Oh. So I'm gonna just digress you guys to your game because me, I'm a mad brother now, bro. Yeah. I'm a mad brother. We're in the mud.
Man, let's also not rub the salt in your wound.
It's been 2 months, bro. You've rubbed it in now.
Could shift to the main man himself.
Just take it there. Take it away.
Bro. Okay. Our game.
Madrid Olympiacos.
Olympiacos was not the most formidable opponent, of course.
Yeah.
And we hadn't won in Greece. I think how many good teams we 8 Athens, Olympiacos.
That might be the 2 biggest ones we have there. If we're looking just like in terms of European pedigree.
There are other teams, but I think this whole system now. Because I don't Olympiacos
fellow.
Panathinaikos. But the thing is, one thing I noticed was I tried to read the coach's mind and also the team we were playing and how that would like impact our team, because the truth is our team is still growing, we are developing a style of we were trying to come up with a formula. And I noticed that Alonso has understood one thing. If you want this team to work, we are not like Barcelona or City who rely on the midfield to move the ball left, right, things like that, possess. If you want Madrid to work, to play, you need to let everything flow through Vinicius, and then because he knows how to make the team play. And I think Ancelotti, it's something he borrowed from Ancelotti, because Ancelotti knew how to. Of course, you don't give him the entire responsibility, but he's the kind of player who, with every move he makes, he keeps on breaking down the opponent. And it's something that he has been doing for the last couple of games. He kind of figured that out. And when he plays, he opens up channels for other players. For example, Mbappe ended up scoring 4 goals. All our goals were. But if you look at how they were created, the goal which was assisted by Camavinga, Mbappe was on the left wing, Vini was in the striker's position. You see what I mean? He doesn't have to be the one with the ball, but he knows how to position himself such that someone who's more efficient in terms of finishing can have an opportunity. And that's how Mbappe was able to get that opportunity. He also created a chance which Adagula failed to convert. You remember that opportunity? He failed. And then the rest, it's him. I think 2 of his goals were assisted, and then 1 by Adagula, and then I can't remember who assisted. But we are still lacking, man. We are not that good, man. I don't want guys, anyone who thinks we are a finished product. We need to actually come up with concrete solutions, not a solution for a game. You get?
Yeah.
You cannot win a tournament. You cannot win things like the UCL, even La Liga itself. You need your threshold, your starting 11, and Trent has to be in that 11.
I was actually going to ask you about his first Champions League start.
Yeah, I think
I don't care how porous he is.
Yeah.
The guy has to start.
Now, I think that was one of his best games in the Madrid shirt. No,
Yeah, it was his
the ones that I've watched anyway. His passing ability, man.
second to none,
Bro,
He's growing in
them
confidence.
everywhere.
He's growing in confidence,
Yeah.
which is good. But I also want to touch on something. Adagula does not have the physical requirements, because Madrid is a very demanding team, and that position is very demanding. Whether you're number 10, deep line playmaker or whatever, or right winger, you need the physique.
Yeah.
You need the physique. If not, you have to be very efficient in terms of your movements, whereby you're 1-2 steps ahead of the person. That's how Messi used to be for Iniesta.
Yeah.
He's not the fastest. He's not the strongest. He's not the smartest. So, in terms of improving our team, his style of play would be perfect. His only issue is the physical attribute to the game, and not. And that's what, if he was bigger, if he was like Nico Paz, 6'1 plus, he would force the coach to consider benching Jude Bellingham. But Jude Bellingham, his physique and everything he brings.
Mentality, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Full package.
I call him the mentality monster, bro.
Mendy, he's a tank, man. When he plays well, you know we're locked in.
When he's fit.
Yeah, but Trent has to start.
Yeah.
Raul Asensio, thanks. But no thanks, but no thanks.
He has butchered this boy, man.
No, for real though. I'm telling you, look at the teams we're going to be going up against. The teams that have made us suffer. ATL, Liverpool. There's Haram Ball, Arsenal. There is no way you're going to come.
King Haram.
You don't need guys who are going to switch off. You need guys who are locked in. Chouameni is landing, but Chouameni, he seems to be natural. Kamavinga, he seems like he turns in one direction. he's like a bicycle. Once the tire is turned, he said he can never. And that's why he gets. If you notice, Kamavinga gets injured so much in terms of his knees.
Yeah, because of the turns they need him to.
Yeah, it's like he uses one leg to turn. So it's the same leg pivoting. Same leg. The pivot's using his right leg. No, you're going to get injured. So we played well, but
could do better.
Interesting. Before we conclude on the Madrid game, you talked about Nico Paz. Would you say he's a must recall for the summer? Because he's balling out in Como, right?
January.
He's been.
You want him in Jan?
I mean, you're sending Hendrik away to Olympic.
No. They don't play the same position.
Yeah.
But where I'm suggesting Nico Paz is, if you just watch these videos of Nico Paz and Adagula side by side. Nico Paz is like the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Adagula is like the iPhone X.
Bro, you went 7 generations behind.
Wow. Because he's almost a foot, okay, not a foot taller, but he's taller.
Yeah.
He's able to use his body to pick. I'm telling you, in this day and age, if a player is like a snowflake, he's no good. Arsenal did away with the snowflakes. If you're a snowflake, you can't do much. You need someone who can at least play off whoever is attacking them.
So, anyway, I think that concludes the Madrid side of things, right?
Yeah.
We could jump into the Arsenal side though.
Arsenal
played Bayern Munich and they got the tick off their back finally.
Man, 10 years. 10 years.
3-1 win for Arsenal. Julian Timber with the first goal.
Alright, bro. We need to stop this
set piece strikes again.
It can't be always set piece, but even it works for us.
Man, if your thing works, man, please continue. Please. I thought this would be their toughest game this season, but unfortunately Bayern also didn't step up to the plate the way I thought they would. Arsenal clearly dominated them in my view. Bayern tried playing through, but Arsenal can defend. I don't think there's a team that can defend as good as Arsenal in Europe right now.
No, they just have a lot of numbers who do the same thing.
Once they look it down, it's
very systematic.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's like you could tell their eyes and they would know where each and every one of their teammates is.
I wonder if that's the next exercise actually.
I think I'm going to go for my thoughts on this. I suspect that Arsenal has, when you've rehearsed how different teams know how different teams attack. Some possess you, some counter attack, some use set pieces. There are different ways of skilling. Arsenal are the kind of play, they've almost perfected it.
They've got a system,
and that was
for
the first
game.
thing. That was the first thing they started. If you look at Arteta's tenure, that was one of the first things they started working on. Their defense and how to. So they are reaching that point where it's almost coming full circle. They played Bayern, Real, Chelsea, City, PSG.
Oh no, actually, they still play Chelsea.
Actually, okay. It will take us through, but we shall offer my final.
Anyway, Leonard Carl came back with an equalizer for Bayern in the 32nd minute, but Yoni Madueke on the other side gave the home side the lead, and Gabriel Martinelli finishing it off with that.
Martinelli's goal was just too much. They had already done the job. Bayern was not coming back.
Bayern was joking around.
They were not coming back after that second goal. Their defense was so
You
good.
can't play a high line like that against Arsenal, and they don't. To be honest, wingers like Martinelli as Arteta has something he calls them finishers. Right? They are not players who come off the bench; they are finishers. The players who come off the bench. So I think that's an interesting one, because you could say his subs are always on point. And his subs just managed to inject in that extra run or the extra oomph the guys need to just cross over that line. And Berechi Ezeman, what he's saying. What he's saying.
Actually, I want to highlight something which Vincent Kompany also talked about the post-match press conference. He said Arsenal will take the slightest advantage of everything. Those marginal gains against ATL, guys. I don't think that was a mistake. The showers and everything. I don't think that was a mistake. Company highlighted the same thing. That even the ball boys, their attitude was kind of they were a bit, they were slightly hesitant.
Extra second to give you the
Get.
ball.
They were hesitant, even though if instead of throwing the ball, they want to roll it. You get my point. So now you have to stoop down and pick up the ball. Tiny things, like you keep nibbling at the opponent, and if you don't, if your opponent is not very focused,
mentally strong in the game,
and focused, you keep chipping away. And you notice that some of the big teams they've played, they've always come off as provocative. Remember when they played against City and Haaland had to say be humble, because there's an element of provocation that keeps coming back. Of course, psychologically, you start feeling it, and you never see Arsenal players getting tangled into all that. They used to. Now you don't. They
step
provoke
off so quick.
Yeah, they provoke, then they step
they
away.
need to do something about the way they gang up on goalkeepers in all their set pieces. That rule needs to become. They need to come in.
The trend.
They need to start. That rule needs to come in. Those guys
And
gang up
also-
on your goalkeeper.
Yeah,
You see now the problem with something like that, right?
Yeah.
They started the trend and now everyone is doing it. So we can't really knock them for doing something all of us are doing still.
so but that game, that Bayern game, felt like breaking a curse.
Yeah.
Literally, because they've now started undoing all that. It's going to take a while, by the way. I feel like Arsenal is going to be like a pestilence, way more than City, because they annoy you in the way they win. City wins, okay, fine. City they play.
Just blasted you through.
Yeah, they've outplayed you. You know, these guys once they start playing, they play football.
Yeah.
Arsenal, on the other hand, it's whatever advantage they can get, they want to use it.
That's interesting. It's so similar to what Kimi said after the game. It's relatively the same thing. We are not really trying to win the game, we're just playing football, but any means necessary. So.
Yeah.
So should you do the Barca game?
Yeah, obviously, Barcelona losing to Chelsea at Chelsea's home. You could say Chelsea guys were really pumped for this one. Because
they needed this.
Yeah,
oh my god, they needed a high profile win like this, and Barca served themselves on a platter. Served themselves on
shoes on their own goal.
Oh my god, yeah. I love that game. I love that game.
It was interesting because Captain Ronaldo Araujo gets a red card. A captain.
I mean, Koundé getting that on goal, Estevao, the pace you're playing. Those guys made Enzo Fernandez look like the best midfielder in the world right now.
They underestimated
Chelsea. They underestimated Chelsea
I think
so
that's
much.
Something so many teams.
Yes.
And you could say it also goes back to the PSG game when they beat PSG
Yeah.
final.
Yeah.
PSG, I think, underestimated Chelsea at a certain
Exactly.
point as well. And Arsenal should be very careful, I think, today as well. Because
Cucurella.
in any case, if you underestimate Chelsea, they love to play from that underdog position.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you put them as the underdog, they are going to bite.
Exactly.
They'll bite.
Someone wrote an article
Yeah.
recently, I read it on Twitter. They said Maresca is the most pragmatic coach. Arteta is pragmatic, but in terms of adapting to the situation, he's very pragmatic. And the thing is, while they like playing in underdog position, they're also unpredictable. You can't really point a finger and say this is how Chelsea plays. You can't even, I think even predicting their starting 11 is hard.
Yeah.
Because they have good players, but now they've started figuring out
How to
what
use
is
it.
their threshold. Caicedo really raises their floor.
Yeah.
Not the ceiling, but their floor. Like in terms of their worst.
Yes, Caicedo
There's a
makes
level
sense
now
better
they
than
don't-
what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now Enzo, he's not on the wing where he used to serve. He doesn't have a lungs,
Yeah.
but he can play. Then they have Paapa.
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't play against Barca.
But Estevao, bro.
Cucurella is a good defender. Estevao is now someone. He's not yet at Hazard level in terms of raising the ceiling so high.
He's still 17 and he's already
Yes.
clocking these numbers.
Yes, but him being there, there's always the odd chance. Him and Neto and that other Brazilian guy,
João Pedro.
João Pedro. Those are workers. Those guys are the
And
kind
they
of guys
run their lungs.
they are good in the air. They can finish, and they are very efficient in terms. It's not just random finishing as if it's. You can see that these three, they can actually find a solution.
Yeah.
So you could really see how Chelsea won that game. And I know Arsenal will suffer with Chelsea because you can't really. It's the same thing. Arteta and Maresca. Yeah. You can't really tell what the other is going to do. You guys chase. Of course, Arsenal might try to dominate, but I guarantee that's where I think Chelsea will get them.
Because I have a question though. The battle of the teenagers though. Who do you think won it in that game? Because Cucurella locked down my man Lamine, bro.
Cucu, at the end of the day, he emptied out his pocket and Lamine Yamal.
You had to do the whole gimmick, bro.
He was trying everything, but bro had him in his pocket the whole night. He even took the man of the match team. Bro.
Yeah,
damn. Actually, Rivaldo said that Lamine's problem is he's still one day. Of course, he's 18. He's still one dimension. But in terms of his being one dimensional, he's not yet the master of that craft like how Robin was. Robin plays one position, but defending him in that position is almost impossible. Now Yamal is not like that yet. So he needs to improve other aspects of his game, like his movement, knowing how to switch wings, things like that. Or maybe going to the striker position. Things like that to make you more unpredictable. Because now, Carreras standing on you get. Nuno Mendes, same. Cucurella, same. So you're starting to see a pattern. Left backs have figured the guy out because he's one dimensional. So it's going to be an issue for those guys. But Estevao, let's go Brazil 2026.
Interesting. Liam Dela browning off the proceedings.
That was Enzo.
That was a cherry on the top.
Yeah, like Enzo just gave him a tap in, bro. He gave him one just I think as a confidence booster. And to his credit, he did also try to give Enzo the ball back also for another attempt on goal. But Enzo, he roofed that ball. He roofed that ball. But even him, he could have backed. That game could have easily ended 6-0.
Yeah, interesting because they also had like 2 goals that were cut out. They were offside claims, so Chelsea was really.
It could have easily gone 6-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.